Hello and welcome everyone. I want to thank you all for being here. Though it's obviously disappointing not to be able to see you in person and share another of our legendary Christmas lunches, alas, the Omicron variant has forced us to put your health and safety first. However, I do plan to end this with some positive news. Diversity, equity and inclusion featured prominently during my last two addresses. It's obviously a very important topic and concerns all of us, and every day we see it taking more of a centre stage. Therefore, I'm happy to announce today the announcement and appointment of Helen Chowdhury as the head of DEI for the MPA. Helen joins us with a remarkable 20-year career in which she has worked for a multitude of national and international organisations leading positive change. As of now, she is currently reviewing the MPA with the aim of helping us improve our own practices, but will soon broaden her scope. By next year, she will survey our membership and will create a strategy that will enable us to positively influence effective and long-lasting change within the publishing sector. The pandemic and Brexit have undoubtedly put pressure on UK businesses. The music industry and publishing community are no exception. Classical publishers and composers they represent suffered most acutely from the closure of live, theatrical and orchestral performances. However, we did manage to closely work with the government to alleviate the pressure by helping financial support and useful guidance that helped our publishers navigate the uncertainty. But recognition also lies on music publishers who demonstrated immense agility, spirit and energy in capturing new opportunities and sustaining value for music creators. From sync and video on demand to general entertainment and streaming, music publishers have adapted to the surge in online consumption and pushed the dial forwards within the sector as a whole. The UK Music Annual Report, This is Music, demonstrates this chameleon-like adaptability and reiterates the power of the song to weather adverse conditions. But the report did reflect a hard-hit UK music sector, with overall GVA down by as much as 46%, demonstrating the catastrophic events of lockdowns in the live industry. Exports were also down by around 23%, and shockingly, employment suffered a 35% decline. This year has been a traumatic time for the music business we love. However, even in the most dire of times, music publishing came out on top. Music publishing managed to stem the impact on employees to 2%, and GVA actually grew by 12% circa. Music publishing export values also climbed by around 20% compared to the previous year. Now, we all know that royalty-based revenues take time to show impacts and the full weight of the lockdowns may yet be felt. But during this tough experience, we are proud to say that music publishers protected and remunerated their songwriters and composers very well. As mentioned before, we are fully engaged with our government on key legislative conversations affecting your rights. I was honoured to represent our rich variety of publishers at the DCMS Select Committee inquiry, sharing the publishers' common passion for achieving value for songwriters and composers. We collectively contributed to the important government and IPO consultations on a regular basis, addressing core issues relating to the music industry and music using markets. From issues ranging from AI and NFTs to international trade and collective rights management, we are looked upon for expertise and we ensure that the publishing voice is heard. By working with publisher members, we are able to present the core concerns, risks and opportunities for song rights. Education is dear to the heart of the MPA. We know that maintaining our high standards also means innovation and adaptability, and thus we decided to engage our established experts so that they could share their knowledge with the talent pipeline in a new way. Now at an accessible price point, our online courses are consistently well attended, and moreover, we're more able to work online with a diverse, inclusive and an international range of speakers and experts. Our audiences are also expanded geographically and demographically with the ease of access that online webinars enable. That said, we know how incredibly important and valuable in-person contact is, and we're going to have a hybrid activity next year where we can emerge from the Zoom screens and be amongst our community and engage with audiences and colleagues in person. Despite the aforementioned challenges that the industry faced due to COVID restrictions, I'm delighted to announce that MCPS would deliver circa £180 million to its members this year. its highest distribution in over a decade. What makes this even more impressive is that this has been delivered with an aggregate commission rate of less than 9%, which is one of the most competitive offerings across the society network. Alongside this encouraging business delivery, I was also pleased to see MCPS renew its agreement with PRS until the end of 2025. The relationship and partnership is strong, which will serve publishers, direct composers, and songwriters very well, while both societies bring to the market the simplest and most cost-effective solutions for licensing and data provision. Thank you to Paul, Andrea, their teams, and their boards, MCPS and PRS, for making this happen. PMLL has also made positive progress this year despite COVID's impacts, particularly in the education sector and the risks that pose to PML's licensing. It's hit its budget targets while delivering more to its members. Furthermore, it has negotiated longer-term blanket deals with the national education authorities and is about to introduce 2 new schemes into the market in early 2022 for amateur choirs ahead of an amateur theatre licence. All of this has been worked on alongside the implementation of its licensing resource and data collection systems, which were delivered on time and to budget. While not unique, it is good to see a society deliver to these standards. Thank you, Paul, Lucy, Steve, Vicky, and the whole MPA group team. I extend my thanks also to board members, committee members, and other trade bodies I work with, and indeed all members of the MPA. Finally, I'm pleased to be able to ask those of you that have planned to attend MPA's lunch today to tentatively hold the 1st of April 22 in your diaries. This date is looking highly likely, and whilst we're still disappointed that we could not see you today, we're pleased to announce that we'll have 2 opportunities to meet for lunch next year, 2 parties, 2 themes, so much fun to be had. Here's to a happy, healthy, and music-filled Christmas. Taking care of creativity in our people is more needed than ever. I look forward to seeing you all next year. Thank you.